G'day, Jason here from QPL Rural with the Haines Report, your weekly rural property update. Well, certainly is good to see some rain come through the area in the last week or so, just if nothing else to remind us that it can rain. For those producers still with green in their crops, we certainly will make use of it, and it's certainly welcome. On the livestock front this week, we're certainly seeing some very, very strong prices for this time of year coming out of our processors for killing lambs. Also, the beef job is strengthening as there's rain further up north into Queensland. So if you'd like some quoted prices and some opportunities to put stock into feedlots, please give Craig or myself a call. This week on Murrumbidgee Water, we've got bids for temporary transfer of water, of Murrumbidgee Water, around that 131, 135, and offers ranging between 145 and 150. On the rural property front this week, I'd like to go back and review a couple of properties that have just been sitting there for a little while, gone a little bit under the radar, especially with some of the recent auction activity in the north. Our first starter block is close to West Wyalong, and it is a true starter block. It's only 621 acres or 251 hectares. It's covered with red loam, and it's heavy red to black soil as well. It's got a small ironbark ridge, ideal for feedlotting lambs. Rated at about 88% arable, has 2 good machinery sheds, a good set of sheep yards, 8 dams, 3 30-tonne silos, is sitting in that very reliable 18-inch rainfall zone, and is a good pasture block with sub and Blancer clover throughout. Listed only 10 minutes from Wyalong, this is a good starter or add-on block, and is listed today at $1,200 an acre. Our second property this week is also up near West Wyalong, a property by the name of Glenvale. Again, comprising of red loam soils, it is slightly undulating, rated this time at about 90% arable, has very good fencing throughout, 6 main paddocks, a good set of sheep and cattle yards, a very neat 3-bedroom home, and again in that reliable 18-inch rainfall zone, has 2 silos, a good 2-stand shearing shed, a very large machinery shed, and 6 dams with excellent catchment, meaning perfect water throughout the farm. Again, at 903 acres, Glenvale would be a very good add-on or starter block, very close to West Wyalong, and is listed today at $1,200 an acre. Now, while we're speaking agriculture, I'd also like to mention Tickawara again. We've spoken about this property a number of times. It's purpose-built to produce large volumes of very high-quality forage and deliver them efficiently to cattle. Now, this can be dairy cattle, it can be beef cattle, but the fact remains when you break these properties down, they're very efficient at what they do and represent very real value for somebody looking to value add forage. Now, as well as Tickawara, I have a number of other properties in this space that are available. They're not necessarily advertised, but well worth considering. Now, something a little different this week. If you're looking for an off-farm investment, Andrew's been fortunate enough to list for sale in Narendra the new Criterion Hotel. This is a very majestic 78-year-old hotel, an iconic in the main street of Narendra. Currently operating as a boutique B&B. It has fully furnished 18 guest suites with a current occupancy rate of almost 84%. The new Criterion Hotel would be a diverse investment, showing very strong returns, and would easily be tenanted by somebody wishing to operate it for a number of years. Please call Andrew for more information on the new Criterion. Now, across my desk this weekend, but not publicly advertised, I have a very top-end, very large-scale beef operation. I have a mixed grazing and cropping operation in the Riverina. I have a grain handling and storage facility, several large-scale dairy operations with walk-in, walk-out options, and a large-scale irrigation opportunity in the Riverina. So please, these won't be advertised, but get in contact with me for more details. Now, finally, I'd like to welcome to our team this week Renee McLean. Renee comes to us from a well-known farming family at Boree Creek, and we're working closely with myself and Craig to grow the rural side of our business. Now, as always, if you'd like any more information about any one of our properties we have listed here today, please feel free to give me a call at any time on 0488 594 450. Or if you'd like a confidential conversation about the value of your property in the current market, please also give me a call on the same number. I look forward to catching up with you all again next week. Cheers.